Now, Little Big Planet was your first initiative into user creation, sharing, using very user-friendly tools to create their own games and their own projects. Now you've shown a racing game here today that sort of shares those same aesthetics. I think a lot of people may think that Little Big Planet didn't sell quite as well as we expected. Was that any sort of concern of yours when you're starting to okay a project like this?
Well, first of all, Little Big Planet has been a huge success, and it's a product that is nowhere near done. It's a game that we couldn't be more proud that received Game of the Year honors. And if you just take a second to think about that, a brand new IP going up against a GTA title and a Metal Gear Solid title, Little Big Planet won Game of the Year for the industry. It's a huge testament. And it's a game that people are just discovering as they buy new PS3 hardware. So we're going to keep the momentum going behind Little Big Planet with downloadable content and a couple other tricks up our sleeve to keep that product going. But I think what Little Big Planet really touched on was this notion of play, create, share. So I think what we're hoping is that Mod Nation Racing is going to pick up where Little Big Planet left off and bring in a new style of play with racing, but maintain some of those same tenets of user-generated content, social networking, and sharing games across the network. It's a really cool product.
Now, Microsoft showed the brand new camera at their press conference yesterday. Nintendo already had the motion controls. You guys showed something today that sort of incorporated both of them. Sort of your second take on creating a new interface. Can you talk about what went into the development of the new interface?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been looking at this for a while, as you might imagine, and as Rick talked about, this is not new to us. Rick Marks is actually a guy who was the founder of that PlayStation Eye technology. So our R&D team has been looking at every possible mechanization of motion gaming and all the competing technologies that are out there. And they centered on this one because they think it gives us really the best of both worlds. You're going to be able to play the casual games that are really catching the market by storm now. But I think the advent of a trigger, the buttons, and that new level of precise control means that we're going to be able to create, and the third-party community will be able to create not just those casual pick-up-and-play games, but really deep games that offer a level of gameplay that you're not seeing in some of those casual games. So I think we'll be able to have the best of both worlds in that respect.
Is this something publishers and developers have been asking you guys for? Because you hear a lot of complaints from third parties that they can't sell their games on the Wii, or they have to develop a game exclusively for the Wii, or it can't really be ported anywhere else. Is this something you were asked for and you delivered?
I think it is. I think, it's not only something that we have conversations with the third-party publishing community about, but we know this is something that gamers are looking at. Motion gaming is now, it's on the scene. It's something that's quite popular, and PlayStation products are the products that have a 10-year life cycle. So it stands to reason that over the course of that 10-year life cycle, it's going to evolve and grow. And we think that the PlayStation 3 is going to be the true entertainment hub, whether you're watching Blu-ray movies, playing great games, or down the road playing a brand new style of game with that motion controller. It's a device that can really do just about everything.
On a personal level, how do you feel about motion controls? Are you an old school gamer? You like the analog sticks and the buttons, or do you like this new approach?
I think I can answer that question as a gamer, but also as a parent. I think I could tell you in my house, myself and maybe my two boys would be playing some of the old school games, but I can also tell you, when the family comes over and you're getting together, it'd be great to play one of those motion games where you've got everyone involved, you're getting up off the couch. The interesting thing is that what Rick was showing were really just tech demos. I think we have to give the development community time to really take that technology and build out some great gaming experiences, but from what I've seen behind the scenes, they've really got some very cool stuff coming.
When do you expect the first-party Sony game will be on the market that uses these new controls?
What they talked about is a spring 2010 timeframe. So again, we've got a ways to go. This is a technology demonstration here today. It's not a firm product, as you talked about. That controller is a prototype. So we've got to go through the process of finalizing the prototype, finalizing the technology, working with the third parties. But spring 2010 is not too far away when you think about it. What is the vision of the PlayStation brand for the next 12 months? For the next 12 months, it's about, again, keeping our foot on the accelerator. There's been some nice momentum behind the PlayStation 3 that's fueled by content and new network services. And as you go through the rest of the year, whether it's Uncharted 2, MAG, God of War in the March timeframe, we've got more exclusive content than any other platform. That's what's really going to drive the platform. On a side note, how do you feel about E3 finally coming back to its former glory, and how did you feel about it the past 2 years? I think it's due time that it comes back. I think as someone who's been in the industry for years, it was a bit sad to sort of see it wane in importance, and this industry needs something that people can come to and galvanize support behind, and not just for guys like you, because you're covering it all year round, but this is the one point in time when the rest of the world kind of takes note, and you get some media folks who aren't paying attention that say, wow, the gaming industry was actually a growth category last year in a very tough economy. This is an important stage and platform to get those messages out. So I'm glad to see it back to its former glory. It creates a bit more work for us to get ready for something like this, but it all pays off when you see the reaction.